to day 16 of the I Will Do It November challenge. And today's workout is basically an easy flow stretching sort of stress relief recovery workout. And we are basically going to be all on the mat at all times. You don't need shoes for this workout, just wear some comfortable clothes. It's a complete rest day for you today. There's nothing to accomplish here excepting for relieve all the soreness in your body and stretch out some muscles. I would highly recommend doing this workout 2 times. I'm going to be doing only one flow here for you, but I would recommend you repeating once more if you are sore. And also you can use this particular day as a day for you to basically rejuvenate, reset your mind so that we can start tomorrow with the back. Let's get started. So we're going to start off today's workout with some neck rolls. So I want you to slowly roll your neck from side to side, round and round, first in the clockwise direction, and then repeat it in the anti-clockwise direction. I don't want you to go fast or slow or worry too much. We're just doing this at our own pace. Next up, we're going to do some core openers, which I like to call it. So what we're going to do is you're going to crunch up like a ball and then you're going to open up. So I basically want you to extend your ab muscles, your entire upper body, your hips. So go as low as you can and open up. Imagine you're grabbing all the stress from your body and just simply throwing it out. You want to squeeze your core as you come up. Next up, we're going to stretch out those shoulders a little bit. So arms behind your back. You can interlace your fingers and gently pull. And as you pull, you can naturally lift your chin up. Breathe in. And when you exhale, I want you to exhale with consciousness. Actually breathe the air out. Let's relax and do it once more. Next up, we are going to do some forward bends. So if you want to, you can hold the stance and let your body gently drop down. Feel the stretch in your hamstrings, in your back, in your arms as you're holding that pose. Dig your heels into your mat. Come back up. You can also extend your arms out and just simply drop your body if that works for you. This is also equally relaxing, or you can hold the stretch. I want you to let go of all your regrets today. All the concerns, everything that's absolutely bothering you, you want to let go of it. And instead just focus on enjoying this recovery session. Touch the areas on your leg that are really sore. Actually get in touch with them. Soothe them through this routine. No one's a winner or a loser here today. We are all here to absolutely and simply stretch it out. Don't force your body to bend in ways it doesn't want to. Next up, we are going to do hips raise. So we're going to go back down into the forward bend, and then I want you to sway your hips from side to side with a slight bend in your knees. So you can also widen your stance. Hold the floor in front of you. It's nothing too deep. All we're doing is just simply moving our hips from side to side. Take a deep breath in. And just remember why we are doing this. Next up, we have the hamstring stretch. And so for this one, what we're going to do is we're going to hold a hamstring stretch like this. So I want you to push your hips back out. Your upper body should form a straight line. And it should be such that you should be able to balance a glass of water on your back. And if you have tight hamstrings, this may be difficult, but do as much as you can do. As you can see, I'm really tight. Push your hips back into a deep stretch. Taking care of your body is one of the most wonderful things that you can do for yourself. Never forget what you're doing right now is the ultimate amount of self-care. It's the highest level of devotion towards your body and your mind. We repeat this a few more times. Next up, we're going to get onto the mat and we're going to work the upper body with the Cobra Pose. So I want you to lay flat down, touch your nose to your mat, bring your palms near your chest and very gently lift your upper body off the mat. Make sure that your elbows are squeezed to your body as you get into this extension pose. Now it may be difficult for some of us to do this, and I would highly recommend you do not force your body at all, and instead use this modified Sphinx pose to feel the same stretch. Separate your fingers of your toes and your hands, grip the mat, and just breathe into this pose. You should feel a deep stretch in your lower back, in your abdomen. Sit. Sit, Kiki. Sit, boy. Sit. Sit. Kiki. Sit. Enjoy every moment that you spend taking care of your body. It's all the best things that you can do. Go at your own pace. We're not timing anything. We're not counting any reps. We're not concerned about anybody looking at us. It's just you and your body. Do what works for you. Next, we're going to do some trap and lat stretches, as I like to call it. So we're going to elevate our upper body like that, just a little bit, and then I want you to pull your arms in tight, as if you're squeezing a band in front of you, and then I want you to release it. We're basically working this muscle, we're stretching this entire back muscle out. This muscle helps us do our planks, it helps us do rows, helps us do push-ups. You want to stretch it out. It also helps us stay upright when we are working. We're at the desk, we're coding, or we're cooking. This particular muscle does a lot of work for us. A lot of people hold tension in that area, so gently Next, we are going to stretch out the hips in this particular pose. I want you to put your right leg in front such that your toes are pointing straight ahead of you, your knees are aligned with your toes. And then I want you to bend forward just a little bit until you feel a squeeze in your right glute. Make sure that the other leg is flat on the mat, and you should feel a little stretch in your quad as well. Very, very gently, I want you to squeeze forward. You can place your arms in front of you as if you're transcending across the mat. Before we repeat this on the other leg, I want to still do some more oblique stretches. So, I want you to put your right leg out and use your upper body and twist. You feel a deep stretch on your left side. We're going to slowly move on to the left leg now. I want you to put your right leg in front of you, such that your right leg toes and your knees and your hips are all aligned. Put your arms out and let's fly through the mat. Very gently, you close your eyes. Feel that extra bit of connection with your body. I really like to close my eyes and see where it hurts the most. My right glute is on fire actually. So is my left glute. Time to stretch out the right oblique. Feel a deep stretch right here. Next up, we are going to work the inner thighs a little bit. So what I like to do is, I want you to step. I want you to widen your legs almost to the width of your mat. But make sure that your toes are touching. And then I want you to sit back in this position as much as you can. This really helps with the deep stretch in your inner glute and your inner thighs. Very, very gently. There's no rush, there's nobody watching you. Remember that oftentimes we tend to do things faster or more differently if there are people looking at us constantly, or if there's somebody judging you constantly. But believe me, there's no judgment here. It's just you and your body. What feels comfortable. You may also feel comfortable to have your legs wider, toes not touching, but that will make it a bit more deep of a stretch. And I remember that I couldn't do this stretch for quite some time. Next up, we have the cat-cow. So we're going to breathe in deeply, squeeze your abs into your belly button, into your spine, curve your spine. And as you exhale, I want you to open up. Remember to not have any tightness in your toes or in your fingers as you do this. Everything should be relaxed. Make sure your body weight is balanced on both your legs. Next up, we're going to do some quad stretches. I like to do these standing, so you can hold on to the wall, lift up your ankle off your right leg, and we're going to work the quad, we're going to stretch it out. So I want you to pull the quad to your body and have a slight bend to your upper body. This will also help you stretch out the hamstring of your other leg. Let's do the other side. We're going to do this a few more times. We have one more flow on the left and the right leg left. And let's get into that as we close out this session with 5 minutes of meditation, which is completely optional. So, last stretch of the day is I want you to gently lower your body onto the mat, get into a high plank, bring your right leg in front of you, and stretch out into the runner's lunge. This is an excellent full body stretch. And I want you to look through the fingertips on your hand, which is extended up, and gaze at it. Look how high it's trying to reach. Your body is wonderful. It can do so many things for you. Breathe deeply in into your body as if you want all the breath to extend out, and and touch every muscle that's hurting. As you hold this pose, I want you to lower your left leg down. You're basically into a very wide lunge stance. Put both your hands on a little bit above your knee and push forward. Very gently, very gently. No jerking. If your body doesn't want to move that way, don't let it move that way. But make sure that your toes and your knees and your hips are all aligned. I want you to straighten out your right leg till it's fairly straight. And then we are going to try to bend and touch the toes with your belly flat on your right thigh. Stretch, feel it, feel your body, feel the hamstring crumble under the pressure. Breathe into it. And as you stretch your arms out, try to make them reach as further as you can, so you're also stretching your back. Let them inch forward. Now we're going to repeat this flow on the other side. So let's get into a high plank. Step your left foot forward between your feet as you open up into a lunge. Feel the deep stretch in your left leg glute and hamstring and quad. Those muscles have really supported you this past week. Let's reward them. Let's recover the body. Heal the soreness. I want you to drop your right leg. Align the toes and the knees and the hips of your left leg as you gently stretch it out. Make sure to put your interlaced fingers right above your knee, very, very gently, as if you're telling your body that I'm going to stretch. Very gently, put as much pressure as you can. There's no forcing you. There's no need to push your body today. We're not pushing anything today. We're here to reward ourselves for all the hard work. Next, I want you to straighten your left leg as much as it can. You don't need to lock your knee out if you can't. The aim is to lengthen the body, drop it down. I can feel it that I'm way tighter on my left side than on the right side. I can barely bend. That's okay. Final segment of this video is going to be a meditation session. So depending on whatever your comfort level is, you can either sit cross-legged or you can sit on your hips like this, sit on your heels like this, depending on whatever works for you. And let's meditate for a few minutes. I just want you to think about how far you've come and everything that you've accomplished despite so many difficulties that were thrown your way. I want you to think about why this journey has been so beautiful and what is so unique about this journey for you. I want you to thank your body for helping you. I want you to thank your mind for helping you. I want you to realize that you are in tune with your body and your mind, and you're going to be able to get all the results that you seek. We're going to work hard on this together. Breathe in deeply and exhale with consciousness. I'm going to leave you now for the next 5 minutes in quiet meditation. And I hope to see you tomorrow for day 17. With lots of love from Fitgrid. Take care.